Assalamualaikum. Welcome. Thank you all for come here. Saya akan jawab soalan anda. I will answer your question. Apa dia? Komen mengenai timbalan menteri yang nikah online with the imam in a masjid kedai baru di Golok. First of all, fitnah, fake news. Mana ada masjid yang call itself masjid kedai baru? Is it a kedai or a masjid? How would you feel if I buka a kedai and call it masjid baru? Confused tak you all? You nak datang sembahyang ke nak beli buku? Confused. Tapi seperti yang dijelaskan oleh the timbalan menteri, ini perkara peribadi. This is a private matter. Why you all sibuk-sibuk probok ni? The timbalan menteri told Sinar Harian, and I quote, isu seperti ini sepatutnya tidak berlaku. What does he mean that the nikah patutnya tidak berlaku? No. The video patutnya tidak berlaku. Who would be so stupid to break the law and then video and then upload the video online? It shouldn't have happened. Takkan you nak makan durian PKPP ataupun you nak visit your friend for lunch and then upload the video online. It shouldn't have happened. You will not do it. What's that? The timbalan yang di-Petua Majlis Agama Islam Wilayah Naratiwat Abdul Aziz Cik Mat menjelaskan pihaknya tidak pernah mengiktiraf pernikahan secara dalam talian. This is where he is wrong. Ini bukan secara talian. Nobody is calling, halo, tak ada. This was online, atas talian, on the line. Macam Tinder, macam Grindr. What is Grindr? I don't know. Anyway, they didn't calling. This one is video calling. Ini norma baru. But once again, I repeat, it shouldn't have happened. But why nikah right now during this time when the entire country is struggling, orang yang tak ada makan, tak ada nasi, and why nikah in the first place? Ini you kena salahkan Spanish fly. Hi, Harith Iskandar, 60-second response. You've heard about the Bendera Putih movement, a wonderful initiative encouraging people who are desperate kepada mana-mana rumah yang terputus bekalan makanan and they need immediate help to reach out by waving a white flag. Tak perlu malu, tak perlu merayu. Now, in the wake of this fantastic initiative, the Ahli Parlimen of Bachok, Nik Ado, responded by saying, angkat tangan berdoa, bukan angkat bendera putih, suggesting that the power lies in prayer and not in a white flag. I have a suggestion. Combine the two. If you're hungry and you have no money and you haven't eaten for 3 days because the ongoing pandemic has destroyed your livelihood, how about you angkat bendera putih and then angkat tangan berdoa and hope that someone sees your bendera putih and brings you and your kids some rice and some vegetables and maybe a little milk because you have been feeding your 6-month-old baby syrup because you couldn't afford milk. That is a true story, by the way. Saya angkat tangan berdoa that you've enjoyed my 60-second response. Since the beginning of the Bendera Putih campaign, the whole branch phone has received thousands of WhatsApp messages and calls from people all over the country, including from Penang. So this Sunday, 25 hari bulan Julai, the whole branch akan datang ke Pulau Pinang untuk tujuan menolong 1,000 keluarga yang hidup mereka terjejas oleh the pandemic COVID-19. So if you need help and you're in Penang, tolong WhatsApp and contact 019-709-3103 dan beri butir-butir yang kami memerlukan. So you need to register first and then on Sunday, come to the Aspen Group office dekat Jalan McAllister daripada 10.30 ke atas and you will get a care pack that contains not only dry foods, bukan saja barangan dapur kering, tapi juga we are supporting the Persatuan Nelayan Tanjung Tokong. We are purchasing over 300 kilograms of fish to be given out. So if you need help, kalau anda betul-betul memerlukan bantuan, contact the number and I will see you in Penang. Harith Iskandar with a 60-second response to this news item.
Kementerian Kesihatan menjelaskan mana-mana individu yang terbukti diberikan suntikan vaksin picagari kosong akan menerima suntikan dos baru.
Menterinya Datuk Seri Dr. Adham Baba berkata pihaknya akan memanggil individu berkenaan untuk menerima suntikan semula.
Prove that you were given an empty syringe and the ministry will contact you to give you a proper dose? I have two questions. One, how do I prove I received an empty syringe? And two, How do I prove I received an empty syringe? There's a sign outside the door that clearly says no video camera allowed, or you can take an antibody test to find out. Oh, so now the onus is on me to prove that you didn't give me the vaccination that you said you would. But here is what really concerns me. The reaction of, oh, you had an empty syringe, prove it, we'll give you another jab. This isn't like going to the mechanic. Oh, we didn't change your engine oil, prove it, we'll change your engine oil. It should be, we didn't actually give you the vaccine which we promised we were going to give you to potentially save your life. And if you hadn't videotaped it, we would never have known. I am so sorry. Why didn't they react that way? You know what's worse? Amongst the millions, and I mean millions of vaccinations already given out, these few incidents have spoiled it for the thousands of good, honest Malaysians who've been working so hard to make this vaccination program a success. This is Harith Iskander with a slightly longer response than 60 seconds. Get vaccinated. What's up? Apa khabar semua? Assalamualaikum. Good evening and welcome to What's Going On Malaysia. Apa hari bulan? What is hari bulan? 22? Is it 22? 22 hari bulan Julai. Tonight, Thursday night. Oh my God, sorry. Tengah makan kacang sikit. So the tekak. Stuck skit. Guys, how's your Thursday been? First of all, I just want to say welcome to my production team. Ada kat belakang tu ramai production team. At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, at least 2 people. So many people out there. Guys, thank you so much for the support you've been giving me. Let me know in the comment section, dah boleh dengar, dah boleh nampak. Can you see the video clearly? Can you hear me clearly? This is an interactive show. I will be posting your comments up there. Dia Majay, hello sir, apa khabar? SP Rizi 168, Delvin J, hello everyone. Ismail Jusuf, watching from Rawang, Palani Way. I'm here for the Side Sadiq broadcast. Sweet Plain Chen says, good evening, Harith, Siti, all watching. Guys, we're excited. So someone mistakenly was here for the Syed Sadiq podcast. I think that happened at 8 o'clock. I was not watching just now. Syed Sadiq was my guest on What's Going On Malaysia a few weeks ago. If you are watching tonight, please, right now, sebelum kita bermula, right now, share this Facebook post. Share the YouTube clip. Share it right now on your page. And I tell you why. Because tonight, the guest that I've got, nak kata meletup saya pun tak tahu. I really don't know how to describe her. She is a fireball. She is a firecracker. She is in your face. She generates as much love as she does hate. And that is a true sign of someone who speaks her mind, someone who basically don't give a #IT about what's going on, because she just stands for what she stands for. Now, I'm going to bring her into the studio right now. So I want you to right now share this Facebook post, share this YouTube clip right now, and comment in the comment section, because we are going to be on fire malam ini. Kita akan meletup. We're going to be talking about empty promises. We're going to be talking about empty syringes. We're going to be talking about You know what? I'm not going to say what we're going to be talking about because I'm going to bring my guest into the studio right now. Ladies and gentlemen, arguably, um, if not the most famous lawyer, but definitely the most controversial at the moment. At the moment, ladies and gentlemen, please wave your hands in the air like you just don't care. I can see you. I can wave your hands in the air and welcome to the studio, Siti Kasim. Hey, hey, Siti, how are you?
I'm good, thank you, thank you. Unlike you, is my assistant is me and
Oh,
me.
oh, so
Yeah, just me alone.
you have a whole team of you, and you.
Oh yeah. Just me alone shouting in the house. Yes.
Okay. Okay, let me ask you, do you remember this song, You and Me and a Dog Named Boo? Are you my generation?
No, not really. No.
Malu ni aku. It wasn't even my generation, it was my bapa's generation lah. You and Me and a Dog Named Boo. Anyway, sorry, before I begin, how do I address you? Because about
Oh,
you know lah,
just call me Siti.
Siti cukup ke?
Cukup lah, Siti. That's my name.
Because sometimes lah orang Malaysia kena ada Datuk Sri, kena ada Puan Sri.
Oh my God! Don't insult me with that titles business. I think nowadays, when one is called Dato, one should feel embarrassed because there is no more level of respect to have that title. I think, I mean, it's like there's no value to it due to, like you campak satu batu, dia orang kata you akan jumpa, you akan, ada datuk dekat situ. So they'll be like, but anyway, some people do deserve it lah. But those who don't deserve it, who bought it, so you should feel ashamed of yourself. There's nothing great about having a title.
Dah mula dah.
Okay.
I would expect nothing less from you, Siti. So thank you so much. Just on your point, I have to agree. At one time, waktu I was young and my late father was alive, the title Datuk was so respected. There were not many. Kita sekali-sekala jumpa. Once in a while, my father would know someone who was a Datuk, and it was like, to us as a kids, we were like, oh, it was almost as if a sultan walked into the room. Oh, ini my friend Datuk so and so. This is back in the 70s and 80s lah. Tapi sekarang, yelah, macam you kata, campak batu, pop, kena Datuk.
Yeah.
I mean, what happened, right?
Yeah. There's no, these people with the Datuk title, they make us disrespect, they make us disrespect with people with titles, with Datukship lah. Because the way they behave, the way they act, it's as if you are below them. I see many people think that I mean, I had it myself. I pernah kena sekali. This guy insists that I call him Datuk. And I was thinking, I'm sorry, I can't say the word here lah. I just say F off lah, basically.
Yeah. Fantastic. F, fantastic. That's perkataan lebih, more than 4 letters kan?
Yeah.
All right. Siti, before we begin, I just want to lay out the gambaran for you, right? So a couple of weeks ago, I had Tun Mahathir on my show, and there was a measure of supporters and haters yang responded to the fact that I was going to have Tun Mahathir on my show. I want you to know that since I announced that I'm going to be having Siti Kasim on my show, Masya Allah, there were so many yang love you, tapi I didn't know this. So many yang, kenapa kau jemput dia? Why did you invite her? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh my God.
Yes.
You are more, how shall I say, more disagreed with than Tun Mahathir. I did not know this. Do you?
And I can tell you that guarantee majority of them are of a certain race, which is my own race. I know this very well because there's a narrative when I first started talking about so-called sensitive issue, which is about religion and that's been used by certain parties and all that. So they have I started being interested in this area for many years before I became known with my middle finger. Basically, that's when suddenly everybody knows about me. But a lot of people don't know that I have been following the movement of the so-called religious people on how they are using religion in their politics. And so they have created these labais. The people, they are so afraid that here come a very unusual woman lah, in a way, because I don't portray as a typical Malay woman. I am just being me as a Siti. I've always been like this. And they say, how dare she actually go against us? So they started this narrative that I am anti-Islam, I am anti-Malay, and then a lot of fake news my words being twisted, my photos being used, and all that. So the Malay community start to believe, and even dalam ceramah in the masjid, even during Friday prayer talk, my name is mentioned as the most hateful person. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Tapi that is almost an honor that they bring you up. Waktu orang tengah sembayang, they actually mention your name.
Yes, not just in ceramah by the ustads, by some labais. Even in schools, my name is being tarnished, left, right, and center. Because, why? These people are afraid. They are afraid the truth will come out. And you know what? Now, can you see what is happening? What I have been saying all these years, towards these politicians, especially I call them peace, because they stand for Parti Islam se-Malaysia. Yeah. Then where that past come from, I mean, to be honest. So these peace people are so pissed off with me because, I berani kutuk diorang. But, kutuk PAS or peace, this lebay, doesn't mean I kutuk Islam. I kutuk diorang, So this is the narrative dah berjangkit pada ramai orang. They only when people really look and follow me properly, then I have many people Malay written to me quietly, privately, Kak Siti, minta maaf dengan I. Apologizing for what they have thought about me, because they have cursed me, they have say a lot of nasty things about me. So nak minta maaf lah, supaya dia mati, I maafkan lah kan. To be honest, it's okay you have opinion towards me. I have no issue about that. But don't judge me according to my looks or what. You judge me according to my message, what I am saying. Okay, that's all I have to say lah. So I'm not surprised.
Okay. Kak Siti, Kak Siti, tiba-tiba.
Boleh, you nak panggil kak ke, you nak panggil nenek ke, it doesn't matter to me.
Tak, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Sebenarnya, kadang-kadang kita menilaikan seseorang tu, we judge somebody on their looks, and you have had your hair silver, you have had your hair pink, I don't know, I don't follow too much, yellow, green, blue, purple, entah apa, and then immediately people will make a judgment. And we're not just talking about Malays and Muslims here. That is human nature. Kita akan menilaikan somebody, we're going to make a judgment on them based on their optics, based their visual, based on what you see. Tapi padahal you don't know what's in their heart. You don't know what's in their mind. You don't know what's in their soul. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but that is just human nature.
Yeah.
And, it's almost unavoidable and yet sad.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, it comes down to the nature how we are being nurtured. I believe it is most part of it is about how we have been nurtured from small. I've never been taught to hate anyone, okay, but instead to respect and love everybody. This is my family, okay. So I never knew about Chinese or Indian, the differences, but I've always knew that my mother always talked good things about good people. So that's why why our society very judgmental. We need to look at the root of the cause lah. The cause, yeah, the root. The cause of the problem is, I think, certain section of our society have been sort of brainwashed lah kan, to judge people, you know. So you can see comments about some Melayu lah, not all Malays of course. Bila tengok somebody tak pakai tudung, first thing orang cakap pasal that person punya achievement kan. They will tudung mana, oh pakai ketat sangat ke, or something like that. That's all they can see first, you know. They don't actually see the deeds done by this person. So there is something wrong with the way our children being nurtured, a certain section of our society. And it's really a big thing, not only in terms of how the minds work, but also the values that we portray. Then, you know, I mean, I can go on about, look at our society now with regards to the COVID pandemic, in controlling themselves from doing, against the SOP. I'm not saying that only Malays only have this problem. No, there are some others from other races as well. But more like balik kampung, Hari Raya.
Okay.
Kita dah tahu kan, the massive problems we have, the numbers every day is over 10,000, and yet they still think it's okay to balik kampung,
Okay.
and go praying. Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Since we in that topic, ini tengah hot topic ni. I was just earlier today in a meeting with a business association, and it was we were all talking to the DG Nur Hisham, and one of the takeaways, memang what you said about Siti just now, was the fact that actually I'm not saying everyone, but in general, Malaysians have a very lackadaisical attitude. Maksudnya it is salah, somebody else's salah. It is someone else's fault that we are in this pandemic. It is the government's fault. It is the factory fault. It is the shopping mall fault. It is everybody else's fault. But when you talk, when you get down to it, yes, tiap kali the doors are open or the gates are open or the SOPs are loosened, boom, we have traffic jams because under the guise of, saya dah lama tak raya, or I've not visited my family, or I just want to go and have dinner. Now, we understand it. We're human beings, right, Siti?
Yes,
we understand the need to see family. We understand. I'm not faulting those who feel a desire to go and see the grandmother, grandfather. Truthfully, saya faham. I really, truly understand. But if you take that move, you cannot simply say, oh, government this, government that, or factory this, factory that, or shopping mall this, shopping. Tapi I will go and see my grandfather.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you're talking about, right?
Yes. It's our civic consciousness, the serious lack of it, and that's why no matter what SOP or no matter what rules, the government do, it's never going to work if we actually ourselves are not disciplined enough to protect ourselves and protect others. So it is about the mindset juga lah, I mean, I'm not saying the government is doing perfect work. No. To be honest, it is really hard. It makes it worse when the society, the nation, the citizens themselves do not have self-control, and then on top of that, you multiply with all this corruption and with all the hanky-panky going on, that makes it so much worse for our country. So that's why, sometimes I feel macam nak give up lah juga kan, but I love my country. I'm going to try my best, to do and say whatever I can. Yeah.
I think, okay, what you have just said at the end of that statement, I love my country. Ramai orang menganggap bila we say something, we are critical. We are, we say something negative about our society, our people, our country. Orang kata, oh, you are not patriotic, or you are not Chinese enough, or you're not Indian enough, or you're not Malay enough. Sebenarnya, this is my opinion lah. when we are critical, especially in a constructive way, bukan sebab kita bukan patriotic, bukan sebab because we are not Malay enough or Chinese enough or Indian enough, is because we want to see the better version of ourselves. We want to see the better version of Malaysia. Now, the problem is people cannot accept that. When you say something critical, oh, you are against us and therefore you are fighting us. Actually, no.
Yes.
Siti,
You're right. I mean, I've been labeled, as I said, as anti-Malay, anti-Islam. You know, I mean, why am I being critical towards my own race? You know, and then I'm glad to say that I have many Malay friends. Many, you know, I mean, the people who know me will understand that I'm not actually against my own race. I'm not against anyone. You know, my dream one day Malaysia will be known only as Malaysian. You know, no one will ask you, are you Malay or Chinese? Like, because I look a bit like, well, I do look a lot of Chinese without my makeup. But people always ask, hey, you Cina ke you Melayu? You know? So I wish one day nobody cares whether you are Chinese, Malay or Indian. You know, that's my dream. But yeah, so the problem is, I think for the last 30, 40 years, you know, there's divide and rule by the government, you know, the Malay government. They are the one who have been ruling Malaysia for so long, you know. So they like a lot of Malays to remain ignorant, to remain uninformed about their rights, so that dia orang tak berani nak lawan, okay? So you know, they like a society which is dumb, I suppose, you know, not dare, they don't dare to question, you know, about things when they feel something is not right. And that's what I see in Malaysia when, you know, I want to tell you my experience. You know, I've always been like this, or always been you know, inquisitive, always asking, always never accept you know, whoever, even my parents, you know, if they tell me something, I still want, I will keep on inquiring and ask. Of course, this not a trait which is something they like, not my parents, I mean, my parents like it, but others in power, they don't like it when you question them. You see, they don't like you to be inquisitive, because then, you know, their own stupidity will prevail, you know, that we will find out that these people themselves are idiots. So you need to keep on inquiring. You know, when I came back to Malaysia, okay, I was living in the UK many years, and I had no problems with regards to efficiencies. If they say they will reply to you, the government bodies there, they will reply to you within 7 days. Within 7 days, I will get a reply. Okay, that's how efficient. And you know, when I want to move, I just call up the electricity board. I said, I'm the new person who live in this house. This is my name, and that's it. There's no need to go to this TNB macam kat sini kan. The bloody red tapes in this country is terrible. It is beyond crazy. I have to go to telecom to register. Physically, you must go in this day and age. In the millennium, you still need to go physically. And then you want to cancel the service, you still need to go back to the service center. What the hell? They can't do it online. You know, it's incredible. The way, hey, it has never moved. Since I came back 2004, the service is still the same. You know, I mean, why? Why can't we move forward? You know, I mean, as a lawyer, you know, for a lawyer who works in the land with the land office, it's incredibly terrible here. Nak beli jual rumah, gila babi. I'm like mind-boggling. What is this? We are in the millennium, and yet we are still living like 30, 40 years ago. The system back in England dah move forward. Before I came back, I used to work in a solicitor's firm there. You know, I want to sell a house over there. I just call up a solicitor. The solicitor then take your details. The contract only 3 pieces, and one of them is the inventory. It's standard. Whether your house is 4 million or whether your house is 200,000, the contract is very simple. And then bila all this provide your finance is okay, Then the solicitor arrange, okay, Friday is our moving day. And you know chain kan, I jual, ada orang nak beli rumah I, so and then ada orang yang I nak beli ni, dia pula ada nak orang nak jual anak ni. So there's a chain. And everybody on Friday will do the same exchange key of I don't think it ever happens here lah. Exchange of key. And then Friday tu I call my lawyer. My lawyer will tell me, okay, you can give your key to the buyer. So the buyer then give their key to their buyer. So within 12 o'clock midday, everybody got their keys because money is transferred via, in that morning. They transfer the money. My solicitor transfer the money to the seller. The other one will transfer money to my solicitor. So like that, it's all internet, banking system. Incredibly so easy. We call the land office. Okay, we give the solicitor's number. Next day, the land deed comes over to our law firm. How simple. And that was what, 20 years ago, 25 years ago, they have already that system, but now it's better. Their system is, So what I'm saying is that the whole thing in this country is making our life more difficult, it's like not making it easier. I understand they send many of these stuff yang kononnya daripada the AGC lah pergi melawat ni semua all other countries yang advanced ni. The cost of these people to go there so-called for learning trip, I'm sure is humongous and paid by the taxpayers. But what do they bring back? Pergi holiday, it's not really to bring back any new things. Yeah.
Okay, Siti. Number one, let me say that I feel you, I understand you, I know where you're coming from. Number two, kita memang dah lari topik from what we talk about.
I have a lot to talk. I have a lot to say, yeah.
Before we get onto the main topic, I want to give you a different point of view. Sebenarnya bagi saya lah, this is in my experience. If we're talking about the civil service lah, those people yang kita dok kata, they didn't, it takes 2 months when padahal it should take only 3 days. Actually, for me, in my experience, the civil service, the people who are actually working there, yang kerja gaji, if they are given a purpose, if they are given an intention, if they are given a clear picture of why they do what they do, actually, they can operate, in your words and my words, efficiently, successfully and quickly, because sebenarnya at the end of the day, humans are humans. We go on inspiration, we go on intention, we go on how we feel. Kalau kita tak tahu kenapa kita buat apa yang kita buat, we have no idea what we're doing, why we're doing, kita macam tu lah, merana, wah. But if you actually point out, if you do this and you do this and your land office does this and you get this contract out by 3 days, this person will feel happier and this person will get their work job. And if you get the whole picture, I truly believe, and I have experienced this myself, the people in civil service that we currently, tiap-tiap hari kita mengamuk macam, why you can't do it faster? Once they understand why they're doing what they're doing, they are actually, because they are us, we understand why we do what we do. They really know and they can operate that way. I give you an example.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You look at the immigration, Department of Immigration, how it was before and how it is now. Some departments have improved tremendously, like the system they upgraded that we can get our passport within a day, so that's a great improvement. So these are the things that we can improve. We have great people in our country. They can do it, but it really depends on the kepala, the head, the bosses, you see. So when the bosses actually, you have good bosses, they will, the goodness will flow down because he or she will expect good things happening within their department. Okay, so this is why I always say how to change our country. Okay, everything that we see at wrong now. Okay, I said is the leaderships. We need to have good leaderships. If we have good leaderships who are not busy filling up their own pockets or making deals or protecting their own interests in parliament or their seats, I think we can be brilliant in the world, because we have really, really fantastic people in Malaysia, not just the Chinese and the Indians and the Sikhs and even the orang asli, even the Malays. We have great people. It's just that they are not being utilized. They are not being allowed to be doing the great thing in which they are capable of. This is the problem. A lot of suppression. If you are great, there's no way you can go up. They will suppress you. Yeah.
Okay. On that note, Siti Kasim, I want to bring us back to the topic at hand, which I talked about in the poster.
Yeah.
The first line was empty syringes, empty promises. Okay. The reason I bring this up is because you posted about this, and we
Yes.
spoke about this briefly. Baru-baru ni, it's been happening for a couple of weeks, but baru-baru ni, recently, a lot of cases came up, both with video evidence and audio evidence of empty syringes. I think everybody knows what we're talking about. And tiba-tiba, I'm getting inundated. I so many hundreds of messages saying, oh, what happens if I... To tell you the truth, even I began to doubt myself. I recently went for my second dose. Did I really get my second dose? I began to...
I am very confirmed because the nurse was good. She showed me the vial and showed me the expiry date, and actually showed me that she extracted from it and showed the amount and then injected, which I can feel it, but I didn't see because I takut jarum. and after that, dia tunjuk balik the empty syringe. And that's how it should be. Yeah.
And that's how it should be. But unfortunately, we have a problem of perception, because now in the internet age, the day of the handphone, one video can create a ripple, a wave yang akan completely spread across the world. And on that note, I don't know if all the viewers out there, by the way, please share this Facebook post. Please comment, keep on commenting, because I'm going to bring on into the studio someone who recently was very big on his Facebook post went viral, where he received a jab. He felt he did not receive the jab properly. He questioned the nurse that was giving him the jab, and then she then said to him, "Oh, if you don't believe I give you the jab, I'll give it to you again." Anyway, I'm not going to put words into his mouth, because I actually have got him on the program. So I will not tell the story. We will let him tell the story. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in.
Hi.
Hi, Tan.
Hi, Siti. Hi, Sir Haris.
Kuat sikit, kuat sikit.
I can't hear you, Sir Haris.
Guys, ladies and gentlemen, sorry about that. In case you lost us, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to introduce you to Sam. Sam, recently, Sam, hi, Sam.
Hi.
We seem to lose Haris again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Did you guys
Haris,
lose
what
me?
happened to you?
I excused myself for a moment because the internet didn't work. So Sam, hi Sam, apa khabar?
Sir Haris, khabar baik.
Khabar baik Sam. Okay, so Sam, baru-baru ni your Facebook post went viral. I don't want to tell people what was it. Can you tell us, ceritakan dengan perkataan sendiri, Sam, what actually happened in your experience?
Oh, okay. On the 17th of July, I went to Mitek KL for my first dose of vaccination.
Sorry, Sam, can you just speak a little bit louder? Just a little bit louder. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So on the 17th of July, I went to Mitek KL for my vaccination first dose, which is Pfizer. So everything was smooth and efficient. So until my turn for the vaccination, I went into the booth. The first thing I asked, can I record this? Boleh tak saya rakam? So the nurse also answered, tak boleh. So I said, okay, never mind. So there was a empty syringe on the table with a vial, and she took the vial and then turned a few times and then put it back on the tray. She took an alcohol pad, rubbed on my hand, and then she proceeded to take the empty syringe and jab into my hand. And I look at it. Obviously, she did nothing. 2 seconds later, she pulled it out. So I asked, Kak, adakah you jab properly? She said, dah. I said, tak tekan pun? She said, should be ada lah. Then she throw away the syringe and said,
She said should be ada lah.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
And then she throw away the syringe and then she proceed to say, if you nak, I bagi satu lagi. Like that. So I'm very sure that the first one was empty. So I insist to proceed for the second shot, second jab. Then she proceed to take a new syringe and then do everything all over again. That one is the second time is all correct, no problem, no issue. I witnessed everything, and
So
this
hold on, Sam. So you, because you felt you tak dapat the first jab, you minta, and then suddenly she said she's going to give you a second jab, just like that.
yes,
Dia tak tanya, dia tak kata, oh, I'm so sorry, or there's some procedure. She just offered to give you a second jab.
yes, yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Now I don't know dari segi protocol, dari segi SOP, that seems a little bit weird lah. That
Yes,
because
because I
it should
also think
have
that
a
maybe you
connection.
are too tired, you are too exhausted. So if I ask you, you realize that you did a mistake, maybe you would say sorry. Okay, I did it again. I just make sure the vow I did it properly or not. But she answered me, should be ada lah. Kalau you nak ajak satu lagi.
Okay, carry on. And then what happened?
And then I proceed to the next section, which is they update their system and then show me my next appointment date. And then I asked the guy, have you experienced people jab twice in one shot? I mean, in one go? Then she asked the supervisor, came and brought me back to the booth and asked the nurse, kenapa dia kata jab 2 kali? Then the nurse said, oh, tadi ada lah, not sure. So ada jab 2 kali. And that's it. So the supervisor apologized and that's it.
Okay, so let me just clear the picture here. So you, habis jab, you went to the final station. You asked them, ada pernah experience that people jab 2 kali? Did you ask to did you see the supervisor, or did that lady, that
The
person
guy asked
bring
the
the supervisor?
supervisor come, yeah.
Okay.
So
And
that
when the
the supervisor
supervisor
brought
came, okay, sorry, Sam. The reason I'm asking this question because I don't want to salahkan. I don't want to wrong the staff at this center that you were with or whatever center, because I have experienced amazing staff, volunteers at the centers who work 12 hours, 14 hours, 18 hours a day. They do amazing work. I just want to clarify your particular incident right now. So then the supervisor came over, and then did the supervisor ask you some questions?
Yes, he asked me what happened. So I explained to him. Then he brought me back to the booth to ask to verify with the nurse.
Okay.
Okay.
And
So
then, so after the supervisor found out that you had a second jab,
yes.
first two
First to
back to normal?
he asked the nurse, kenapa dia kata jab 2 kali? So the nurse said, oh tadi adalah macam not sure, so adalah 2 kali. And then he confirmed and they apologized.
Okay. Now, what I understand is from your Facebook post, you recorded the audio kind of
Yes,
the
the
conversation
conversation
dengan the
between me and the
supervisor.
supervisor.
Okay. So okay. Before we move on,
Alamak, we lost
Oh.
Haris again. Yeah, but can I ask you, after that, did you lodge a police report?
Yes, I did.
And then
Yes,
what
I
did the police do?
First I went to Balai Sri Petaling.
mhm.
So I took over, Haris, your
Yeah. So which one now?
Thank you. What happened while I was gone?
he went to the police station and lodged a report. Yeah.
Yes.
And then?
Okay, and then carry on.
Oh, okay. So and then the Central IPD Central called me to meet an inspector. So I explained everything to the inspector, and then he also took my contact and say any further investigation will contact me. So to be honest, I actually have no direction on what to do at this stage because I have launched a police report and then I just wait for contact and that's it.
Have you lodged? You did, right? You lodged police
Yes.
report. Okay.
Yes.
Has any KKM person contacted you?
No, I submit.
You see?
I sent email through the aduan to KKM, and then they replied to the email and Actually, I'm in the CC, not replied to me. They replied to the imunisasi something.
And this is the thing. This is something serious. KKM investigator should be contacting you to find out exactly what happened. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, beside being possibly a potential criminal act, this is a serious, something serious that's been done by a KKM staff. So they need to investigate, and they haven't even contacted you. So this is the issue here, isn't it, Haris? You know, I mean, the lack of seriousness in actually taking action on the serious trust deficit that we have now towards our authority.
Okay, so I'm going to play devil's advocate here. Since mungkin this is one case where I think, I agree with you, action should be taken, or at least follow up. Follow up should find out what's going on, what's happening, take some statements, and make sure that exactly what you use the word trust deficit. I am upset because I know that a lot of people, thousands of people, are working so hard to make this vaccination program a success. But however, all it takes is one cases like Sam or other cases that there is a trust deficit, and that is the issue, and that is a problem which we need to handle, as fast as possible. So, Sam, before we let you go, I just want to ask you, Sam. So, sejak you posted about it on Facebook, what has been the reaction? And tell me your personal feeling about, is this your first dose or second dose?
First dose.
First dose, okay. So, Sam, lepas tu, after your Facebook post, what is the reaction and what's your personal feeling about moving forward?
Actually, I really didn't expect it goes this big. It goes viral. And people are actually commenting and support more than hate. Some will ask me saying, why you didn't stop the nurse at the first place? Because what I want to say is, this is not my professional. She should do the vaccination. I trust her. So what I can do is I just observe until I found out something not going right. So I ask. So there is the second jab. So I also do my best, try to not like people helping you do something and you stop them not doing. So I trust her, let her do everything until I found something not right and I ask. So that's the thing.
Okay, so first of all, Sam, I think apa yang mustahak here is you are someone who felt something was not going right, and you have every right to question. You have every right to say, hey, what's going on here? Did this happen the way we are told is going to happen and the way I'm expecting it to happen? So number one, kudos to you. And also because you will help not just bring attention to the system, but you will also help other people realize if there's something wrong in the system. Now, I am not here to wrong a system. Saya bukan rasa bahawa there's satu pihak yang salah, satu pihak yang betul.
No, actually, it's not about the system is wrong. I think I'm not trying to praise the government, but I think they are trying their best to actually vaccinate as many as possible. But the issue here is not about the things the government is trying to do in order to inoculate everybody. It's just that within the system itself, there are some corruptors. This needs to be investigated. The system itself currently in the, to be honest, I mean, can be perfected in a sense that it don't have to monopolize, make it more open, more is accessible to others. But okay, that's another topic. But the issue here is more on these criminals, that attempted to actually giving us empty vials or not actually, or doing something. So imagine somebody like Sam, he's done whatever he can in order to be vigilant. Okay, that's good. But how many we have like Sam? I am concerned, the moment these things, and Sam is not alone. How many people we've seen on in the social media putting up that this not pressing the syringe, tu kan? Luckily ada lagi syringe yang I ni. some people tak tahu pun yang they this thing needs to be need to be pushed, yeah. So this, you see, the ball of these people who dare to actually inject us or whoever lah, orang kampung, orang yang kurang keupayaan, orang asli lagi lah, dia tak akan soal punya, itu for sure. I'm talking about orang asli pendalaman, ya, yang duduk di pendalaman. You will not question. But see how many now have been vaccinated properly. That is my concern, So the response of the government by saying, okay lah, kalau you rasa you tak di-inject, you datang balik, we will give you second injection. That is really orang kata sekolah rendah punya mentality tau, the way you jawab. Dia tak nampak the bigger picture that we are seeing here. For example, the whole of my family, let's say my family, some are much more aware, some don't. They don't know whether they've been injected, what. Some, macam I suffer 2 days of the mum. Some people, they don't suffer anything. And is it because they have been injected with nothing, basically, or, or they call it, angin. So, how are we going to resolve this, Haris? How are we going to resolve this?
Okay, I'm going to play devil's advocate for now. But before we get there, I just want to say, number one, thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much for taking the steps to you. Whatever you did is because you were a concerned citizen, not just for yourself but for everyone else. So terima kasih, and thank you so much for responding to my Facebook or Instagram message to you, and for being on the show. Before. Did you get your date for your second vaccine? Belum dah dapat dah?
Yes.
Okay. I do wish you all the best, and I know that you are going to be one person that's going to be watching. You're going to be watching the needle go in.
Tak berani, dia tahu tak berani ni nak main dengan you.
Aku pun tak berani. So I'm just going to remove Sam from the broadcast right now. First of all, thank you so much, Sam, for agreeing to be on this show. You have made a very good difference. You have made a real difference to the public of Malaysia. Terima kasih, Sam. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so now, you know what I like about Sam? He wasn't angry. He wasn't overreacting. He was just like, this is what happened to me, and I think he's within his own soul that I've released this news, and I'm not blaming anyone. Did you notice he didn't blame anyone? He was just like, this is what happened. And he wasn't...
Yeah, well, I mean, to be honest, there's no one to blame, but how the issue here is, why do this staff, the nurses, the doctors who actually inject empty syringe, can actually think they can do that? What makes them reach to that point where they need to do, obviously, I suppose, the empty vials is actually for them to resell, for what otherwise? For what? Okay. I can't see the purpose of it. Yeah. So why do they have that mentality, that way of thinking that it's okay? We don't inject these people with the real one, and then we can then sell. You are lost again. Sell. I mean, seriously, there's no integrity, responsibility, because yeah.
Hold on, Siti Kasim. I am going to take the position. I'm going to take the position off, and this is my position. And
alamak, hilang lagi si Haris. Shall I just talk myself here? So sementara Haris kembali semula, I just want to give empowerment talk to you all. Make sure that your next injection, you ask for empty. Yeah. So I'm trying to entertain the viewers.
How have you been entertaining them? Thank you so much.
Empowering them to tell them, check. Make sure you check first. Yeah.
Yes. Now, okay. Here's my point of view. just a point of view. I understand mungkin ada satu atau dua atau tiga. I'm just saying, in my point of view, it's one or two or three or whatever incidents that have happened, and we've caught it on video. So I do understand that out of millions and millions, I don't know how many, what's the number now, 7 million, 8 million, 14 million, there have been that kind of, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 that have come to our attention. It is still a very small percentage. But given that, you are absolutely correct. This should never have happened. I've got a question here from one of our viewers who is asking a question, and you are a lawyer, and I think you can answer this question based on the current incident that we are talking about. I'm going to play her question right now. Let's have a listen.
Hi Harry, hi Siti. My name is Khushbu and I'm from Milai. I have one question. My question is, all these frontliners, some of them have been caught in video whereby they have been seen injecting some people with the empty vaccine. I would like to know, is there a way to charge them in court? Because I really feel that the current disciplinary action is not going to stop them from doing it again. Is there anything under law we can do? Can we charge them in court? Thank you. Bye.
So itulah satu soalan from a legal point of view. I mean, I'm sure that I don't know. Is there a okay? There's negligence. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but you can explain. There are negligence.
Yes. Okay. Since we lost Haris again, I'll try to answer. Obviously, one must understand not every lawyer will know the answer to everything. Okay. Okay. I will.
Carry on.
Answer. Yes. You see, there are many provisions under our penal code with regards to offences. Yeah. So what these nurses are doing, to me, I mean, basically there is a potential, manslaughter at least, for not actually giving the vaccination properly to the people, because this may cause death to the person who was not injected properly. With let's say, he or she suffered the infection, the COVID infection, due to not being inoculated or vaccinated properly. But it's a far-fetched, it's very difficult to prove, you see. So it's not easy to actually, unless the incident happened with regards to, let's say, after dia kena inject or so-called injection, lepas tu dia get infected. Tapi there are cases as well where people have been properly vaccinated, they get infected again, but then their survival rate is higher than the one that not vaccinated. So it's a very complex situation in a way. But is there a negligent act by somebody who worked for KKM? So KKM is vicariously liable towards their staff. Yeah, if any kind of wrongful act done by their staff, they are responsible to be sued. They can be sued for negligence. So with regards to penal code, it's really it's quite hard because obviously I'm not well versed of all the penal code provisions. But to go for murder or manslaughter, yes, but unless the incident happened, and then the burden of proof is very high under the criminal sort of act. So it is actually not easy, but we can actually it's not easy to summon or to sue. To be honest, it will be a fruitless exercise. Unless something happened seriously to the person that we know was not vaccinated properly, then there is a possibility that we can take action. But otherwise, it's difficult to this one. But we can actually take action with regards to that. They're supposed to give us the vaccination, but they fail. They didn't. And so for me, that's negligent in a way. Okay. That's my opinion. Not necessarily others will agree. Yeah.
I agree with you, and I'm going to tambah on to that. At the end of the day, this whole COVID situation where we are rushed into a situation, number one, of coming up with a vaccine yang biasanya kalau mengikut pengetahuan saya, it usually takes 5 to 8 years to come up with a vaccine. Number two, we got the vaccine, and now we have to rush into this situation where we need to vaccinate millions. In Malaysia's case, 33 million people with 2 vaccines. So we open up these huge PPVs where we are dealing with up to this point, I don't know, 150,000 vaccines a day or 200,000 vaccines a day, and we rush nurses.
Aris gone again. Aris, make sure you pay your Wi-Fi lah. Yes, it is really bad lah. I mean, to be honest, it's a combination of, as somebody said, it's a simple process and training problem. But you can train as many people as but then if they don't have the integrity to do the right thing, okay, meaning fulfill their obligation to inject the proper vaccination to the person rather than trying to make a deal, so this is something that why I mean, obviously they for them to want to do this is because greed. They want to make money, I suppose. There's no other reason to me. They are doing this. It's about greed. They want to make money. And why? We need to ask all this. Why do they feel the need to make money in this way? So it's just not. There is a systemic problem in our country, and this needs to be addressed. I don't know whether you have been hearing what I've been saying lah.
Not at all.
Yeah, I know. Haris, you better pay your Wi-Fi bill lah. I mean.
Hey, kejap. In defense of Unify, I just checked my internet stream. I think ni mesti memang undercover. Undercover orang tak suka apa yang saya cakap. I have no
hello.
idea.
Did you have this problem with other people before?
Ada. First time.
Okay. This happened to us, masa we had a webinar under Maju when we were talking such a great topic dengan Ramli Ibrahim.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember? And there were massive interruption. Rupanya this walaun yang tak suka kita orang punya percakapan report to FB that we are spam. Can you believe
Are
that?
you serious?
No, I'm not joking at all. So because eventually that particular video was shut down by FB because they said that there were complaints of spam. They consider our webinar as spam, and we were talking about what the other day, about the issue about Ramli Ibrahim being stopped by the university kan. And you see, this is cyber, the trollers. These people have a lot of paid people. So they spread rumors and lies about you. So it becomes real,
Sherilyn Pang says every time Siti Kasim is on, it happens.
Itulah. And so unfortunate we did not record that. We were relying on Facebook like all before this to record, and then it will be there. But so because we didn't record it on Zoom, so we only managed to salvage 20 minutes out of a nearly 2 hour talk, So I don't know. I mean, it's terrible.
Okay. Maybe we should just talk about cultural things and not upset the netizens too much from this point onwards.
But I thought we are supposed to be hitting the truth, the whatever, no matter how they dislike.
No, but I know what you mean. At the end of the day, you know what I feel for the thousands of people who are working so hard to make this vaccination process really work. Because at the end of the day, my belief is everyone really needs to get vaccinated for us to handle this situation, because the country has been in lockdown for 18 months. is way too long. There's too many people dropping through the cracks. There's too many suicides. There's too many people who are desperately in need. I have calls from the Hope branch, from managers, from factory owners yang tak ada makan, yang tak boleh bayar sewa, yang tak boleh bayar kereta. We are talking about, bank managers. We are talking about F&B managers. I'm not even joking. We are not talking about orang miskin. We are talking about good, decent human beings who, because of the 18-month pandemic, have lost their job, lost their income, and have basically given up on life. And that's why I think a lot of people are angry, including
It's very, to be honest, we have to do like Singapore okay? Live with it, live with COVID, because it's never going away so soon, okay? But what most important is that let the businesses open, but you only control where there is suddenly a burst of cluster or infection, and then you quickly shut down that place, okay? So it is about common sense, because you cannot close people forever. As you say, people are suffering, and right now don't talk about the B40, we are talking about the M40 are suffering as well. I personally, kalau I tak ada kawan and tak ada anak yang tolong I will be dying as well. Okay? Yeah. Personally. Seriously. Luckily, I have a daughter who is so wonderful helping me, and a friend who actually sustained me. Kalau tak, I pun mati. You imagine orang yang berniaga, yang kedai dekat all this. And I have these stalls in Publica, people, the owner. Not owner lah, the kedai-kedai. Contact me, Siti. And this big supermarket as well, the big shopping complex, the management, hey, have some common sense lah. These shops are not earning anything. So give them some moratorium. Don't, don't expect them to pay the full amount as well. This is the problem. The government ought to impose on the management of big supermarkets or shopping complex to be more lenient and understanding towards their pekedai-pekedai yang buka kedai dekat situ. Because I was told they still was expected to pay full amount of rent. And even if they reduce, where are they going to get the money? Yeah, so, give time lah for them to be able to open again. Then only you get, once they run their business, then they can pay your rent. So, again, there are so many things that I think need to be looked at by our government, telling these big supermarkets, all the shopping complexes around Malaysia, that you have to be understanding towards your tenant as well. You cannot just expect money.
But at the same time, I'm going to let you know that I do know I am in contact with the supermarket owners and the hypermarket owners. At the same time, they are also there is concern with the small operators closing down, because tanpa small operators, the big supermarkets cannot open.
Yes.
This is all domino. It's all a domino period.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to put something to you, Siti. Here is the thing though. A lot of Malaysians go, yelah, kau orang kaya, you don't, it's not affecting you. But orang kaya takkan become kaya without the SMEs, without the small people. If you are a hypermarket owner or a supermarket owner, if you don't have your retail shop open, if you don't have your kedai rambut open, if you don't have your kedai spa open, if you don't have your restaurant open, you close at the end of the day. So we are all connected. We are not silos. The orang yang menjual pisang goreng kat tepi jalan affects the owner of a big hypermarket or supermarket. And I think we all should begin to realize that now. And the problem is at the moment is that we are all just angry. We're tired. We're hungry. We're frustrated. But end of the day, you got to remember there's people who are suffering. And these people bukan orang miskin. Everyone is suffering.
Yeah. I mean, the one who are quite very comfortable right now, are the government servants and the politicians. They still get their salary every month without fail, despite there is no services in the government offices. This is something that our government should realize, that that these people are still getting their salary every month, and so-called people out there, as you say, there is a domino effect. Even though they are doing very well, is because there is support from others. When the support broken, they will fall down as well. So how much can they dip into their own pocket to sustain their business? So this is something that I think our government should realize, and actually must train the rakyat, the people, to be more self-disciplined with regards to SOP, especially wearing your mask. Okay, so this is something, social distancing and all that, but allow everything to be open. And especially the businesses, because without that, people cannot earn their bread and butter. This is what I see, because you shut down. Kita dah MCO ni berapa lama? 2 months, and the numbers is like going higher and higher and higher, and it's not actually going down. So it's more on about managing the situation rather than closing down the whole thing. So I really hope the government will start opening everybody, and then impose enforcement, vigorously and hardly towards people who do not follow SOP. Okay, that's the only way forward. We need to live with COVID. We cannot be cooped up in our home all the while. To be honest, yeah.
I agree with you. We need to treat this as an endemic rather than a pandemic. We're going to be living with this for the rest of our lives. Siti, we've taken so much of your time. I have one more question. Memang question ni di luar topik sikit, but I think I really want to ask this question. So recently, with my whole branch, my NGO, the whole branch, we have been out on the streets, dealing with people and handling people. This one small topic, we have bumped into many non-Malays, young miskin, that have been on the streets, specifically in certain areas. Tapi when we start talking to them, kita dapat tahu yang their name has got a so-and-so bin Abdullah. And then I'm just going to give you, this is a fact, for 2 or 3 examples. They were non-Malays, but they had become Muslims, and now they're on the streets. They're, for whatever circumstances. Tiba-tiba I tanya to them, oh, you're Muslim, A, B, C, D, E, and then was revealed to me, and now I have no proof whether they were telling the truth or lying, but they said to me that they converted X amount of years ago because they were promised a certain amount of money. The number that was mentioned was 3,500 to convert, and this was 10 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever. Now I have no proof that what they were telling me was true or false. The fact was, I met 3 orang yang said this to me, and I was like, wait a minute, I didn't know this happened, or is it really happening, or yang 3 orang ni connected by some reason. Do you have any experience, knowledge about this?
Oh yes, of course. Well, okay, number one, I get this all the time from the orang asli, being coerced, being bribed to convert. Okay, but also some people contacted me via social media lah, kan. Okay, the story you told me, a lot of them from the orang asli. They have been, ada yang this current case that we are taking, where the whole village was forced to convert, and these batik people, they don't even know how to speak Malay. So their deal is only with Jakwa, and these Jakwa people actually force them, claiming that if you don't convert, and then you will be kena halau, dia kata, daripada kampung tu. Okay, so this is a case that we are taking on, and this is not isolated. Many orang asli have claimed that they have been cheated. They have been told that they can continue living as they were, meaning that dia nak makan babi ke, boleh teruskan, it's not an issue, just sign aja. And as you must understand, a lot of them in the pendalaman, they cannot actually read, so diorang sign aja lah, tamprin aja. The problem is like And I get a lot of nons. I mean the converts, yang kahwin, they nak kahwin Melayu kan, so they kena convert kan. So then the relationship fell apart. So now they met someone who is not a Malay, a Muslim, and they want to reconvert balik lah, maksudnya nak keluar Islam. I want to say this to everyone who's listening. In Malaysia, the law is like this. Unfortunately lah, okay? I'm not talking about the real Islam as what I know, okay? I'm telling you what the law is in Malaysia for the Muslims. Once you convert, okay, into Islam, no matter I mean, for marriage or because you felt at that time you nak masuk, don't think that it's easy to come out, yeah? Okay. The one that we are taking to court for the orang asli, because we believe there is a legitimate claim that they were forced to convert. But if you convert because because of love, because of family, katalah your parent convert and then you terconverted juga kan, sekali kan. There is Indira Gandhi case that may be be a guideline. But it is a very actually the law is very clear. There is freedom of religion for everyone. It doesn't say only for non-Malays. But it's never been challenged yet. Any Malay yang for example, because there is no definition of in our constitution what kind of Islam, but of course our authority has their version of Islam lah, and so they want to stick to it, okay, because it's easier to control people, if using religion. And that's where a lot of unfortunately, our race, Malays, being used to that. So, yes, it's not a case which I'm shocked of because it happens. It has happened. And I believe orang yang convert kan tu, not only yang convert dapat duit, but usually yang dia convert tu, katalah macam orang asli yang convert kan, dia dapat lah RM50 je. Sebenarnya, I think this is even in the public where kerajaan Kelantan bagi berapa ribu kepada orang yang manage to convert someone into Islam. Dia Islam lah. I always say it's their Islam. Saya tak patuh langsung kepada Islam dia lah. Okay. Islam PAS, Peace Post, including Jakim or whatever. Sorry, I don't adhere to your Islam. So this is the thing. They get paid, and a lot of people who convert someone, they get money as well. So it's a motivation, so it becomes macam produk. Islam ni jadi macam barang lah. Dia boleh the more you convert, the more money you get. Apa? Tak memalukan Islam ke sebenarnya? I mean, when I say that, orang Melayu kutuk I lah. Macam I cakap pasal azan hari tu. Ingat tak Haris? I make comment about azan, too loud, they are like two surahs close to each other, and they were, like fighting each other, siapa yang lebih kuat lah, and I get a lot of people contacting me, they have the same problem, tapi tak berani nak bersuara. Then datanglah mangkuk-mangkuk Melayu ni kotor I. Ingat setan aja yang takut azan. Bodoh, we are not talking about the azan, we are talking about the loudness of it, the noise, nuisance, you understand? I wish somebody there, we will do it pro bono to if any too loud, the azan or any temple ke church ke or any kind of places that make too much noise and it's disturb your peaceful enjoyment at your own home, challenge in court, because the law is there for us to use. Tapi orang takut lah kena kutuk. Peduli lah orang nak kutuk lah. What do they know? I mean, at the end of the day, you tak minta duit dengan dia. So, okay.
Yeah. Mungkin lepas ni ramai akan complain about my Facebook live dengan Siti Kasim yang rambut silver tu.
Yeah, well.
Here is my point of view, Siti. Here's my point of view.
Yes.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, sebenarnya Kalau kita takut, kalau kita tak percaya dengan diri kita sendiri, if we do not believe in ourselves, when someone says something that appears as criticism, we get afraid. Kita takut. We like, oh, why they said about us? If you are absolutely confident about who you are, your religion, your race, and you have no, you tak takut, you know who you are, you takkan takut dengan orang lain that may say something that sounds to you like would not agree with you. I give an example. I give an example. Many years ago, I was the host of AIM Anugerah Industry Music Malaysia. At that time, I wasn't Harith Iskandar, semua orang kenal, few people kenal me, but I was known as yang comedian yang cakap dalam bahasa Inggeris. And I was the host of AIM, and I was backstage with all the Melayu artists. And all the Melayu artists look at me, and I can see them at the corner macam, alah, dia speaking English. Saya takut cakap dengan dia sebab dia speaking. Do you know who came up to me and talked to me? The members of the group Raihan, who were a religious group. Diorang datang kat saya, Abang Harith, apa khabar? How are you? We love you. They spoke to me because they tak takut. They were confident in who they were. They were confident. They knew who they were. They were not scared that mungkin saya tak cukup Melayu, or saya tak cukup Islam, or saya tak cukup whatever. They didn't care. They were like, we're going to talk to him because we are confident of who they are. Tapi yang lain ni, dia were takut sebab dia speaking, dia tak cakap bahasa Malaysia, dia speaking. This is made about 2009, 2008. And then I realized, actually, when you are confident in yourself, kalau awak tahu diri awak sesiapa, you will not be scared of someone who says, misalnya, oh, that azan seems a little bit loud. Do we really need that azan? If you are confident in who you are and you know who you are and you have complete belief, you takkan takut dengan, you can have a conversation with that person. Oh, why do you say that? Kenapa awak cakap macam tu? Oh, macam you can have a conversation, you can have a discussion, you can have a dialogue, and then you can come to a conclusion without going, awak salah, saya betul, or saya salah, awak betul, or you get into a fight.
It's very, you know, my principle in life is simple, Haris, very simple. You want to be whatever you want to be. You want to believe whatever you want to believe. You want to wear whatever you want to wear. It's your business, okay? You want to pray 10,000 times a day, or you want to have azan in your house all the time, and that's fine. I am not going to tell you not to do so. But the moment your noise, actually my neighbor, I just told her off recently because, okay, or any kind of music, you want to put on music in your own home is your right. But the moment you open the door and then it comes into my area, you are disturbing my peacefulness, okay? So I went to tell her to reduce the noise because, I really don't like noise.
I know you want to say something there.
Yeah. So I told her, but luckily they understood. They quickly reduced the sound. And that's it. That's the end of it. Okay. What I am going against all these years is about the more and more sort of control towards our life as a Malay. To be honest, I just might want to do my own thing. Whatever. If you consider this haram, the way I am, then you don't do it. I will do it. But as long I'm not disturbing anyone else. So the issue here is that they are trying to impose more and more controlling laws, and policies to control us, the Malays. This is my concern, that more and more we are not allowed to do, okay? They have started many years ago. You as an artist in the art world, you realize that how many our budaya is, have disappeared. You know that, right? In fact, what you see now in our television, or I don't know, I don't watch our mainstream, really, because it makes me sick. So I don't really watch our TV1, TV2, TV3. I don't really know who they are. But I was told a lot of the people now is like there's nothing really like our budaya zaman dulunya tak ada dah. Disappeared. The Malay punya budaya sudah tak ada because it's haram. And the more and more they are imposing. Okay, dulu you hardly hear people, the religious authority raid, pubs and clubs, to catch the Malays. I heran tau kenapa dia orang tak lawan, you know. I mean, you know, this is okay, it's a sin. Fine. You will answer your sin. Betul tak? But why are we allowing the authority to control us?
To be fair, Siti, we don't need to raid the pubs and club. We just go to the police station. Sana pun ada party. Sana ada party. Okay. What's up?
Oh, of course. We are talking. Hey, I've been to some so-called UMNO people lah. You know, they disgust me. Okay, the way they behave. They really think all women are so like easy prey. You know, like really. I mean, don't talk about it. I think everybody knows lah. So don't be hypocrites lah. Don't be hypocrites. Yang pak lebay, keep your lebayness to yourself lah. Okay, this is my message to them lah. Don't try to impose more and more of your moral sort of values onto us. You know, we know who we are. Let us answer ourselves to God. You know, you don't try and control and live my life. This is I will fight to the end, basically. Yeah. Tak kisahlah Melayu suka tak suka, itu kau punya pasal. Bila kau kena tangkap, kau jawab. Okay?
As long as you don't end up in a Kajang police station lah.
Oh, I have. Kan I kena raid hari tu. Diorang tangkap I because I kidnap my client.
Huh? Kidnap your client?
You don't know what this? Oh my God.
What happened? Okay, keep talking. Kita pukul 11.21.
Haris, you have been sleeping. I was arrested. They came to my house. Dia pecah rumah I. Dia kata I kidnap my client. Yes. I kena dalam gari tangan. Oh, sukanya Pak Lebay. Siti Kasim kena gari. Kau tahu tak? Berpesta diorang. But it's okay, you know. It's a bit of entertainment. So yeah, it's Kajang police station.
Did they take you to the karaoke room?
Well, I was in the karaoke room in Semenyih. Lock up. Yeah. So,
oh my God.
To be honest, frankly, I'm saying, really, where they are doing the party is wrong because it's in the police station. But whether this guy, they are enjoying themselves among themselves, you know what they're doing. If they have done it somewhere else, maybe it's non-issue. But because they did it in the balai polis, bodoh lah kan, bangang. Lepas tu ada dadah pula tu.
Oh my gosh. And on that note, we have taken up so much of your time. I want to say thank you so much, Siti Kasim, for spending this time with us. It has been a real revelation. I don't know whether I'm going to get arrested soon after this show.
We have said nothing seditious or whatsoever. If you get caught, just call me.
Kalau apa-apa, I will call on you lah, because I know you're also a lawyer lah. So if you know I'm digari pun, expect a call.
Be proud. If you kena gari because you are expressing your right about you know, to express something, be proud of it. Okay. It's not like you are you corrupt, you sapu duit orang, sapu duit rakyat, you inject jarum kosong, ataupun you buat bersalah, you bersuara untuk hak you. So jangan takut. Ini yang dia nak. Kita takut untuk bersuara. Kalau kita tak takut semua, tapi sekarang ni I tengok lagi ramai rakyat berani bersuara, which is like I'm so happy about it. So please keep up your comments and because this is why we have you know, this Wi-Fi, internet to so that our voices can be heard. You know, no matter who you duduk dalam pedalaman pun, orang asli pun boleh bersuara dah untuk supaya kerajaan boleh dengar. So bersuara, kalau tak suka bersuara, tapi janganlah pergi kutuk orang, kena within the law lah kan. Nak bersuara tu kena within the law because you have the right to freedom of expression. Okay, so that's my last word.
And on that note, to everyone who is watching, thank you for watching. I hope you continue bersuara. I myself tidak sapu anything. In fact, my wife complained I tak sapu rumah pun. But that is a different story altogether. I want to say thank you so much, Siti Kasim, for being my guest on What's Going on in Malaysia. Thank you for menyuarakan all your opinions. Not everybody needs to agree with you.
Yeah,
Not
no,
everybody
yes.
has to be on your side. But at least a lot of people were like, kenapa you jemput dia? You know what? My platform is I like to talk to people and I want to hear different point of views. And thank you for sharing your point of view with us tonight. Thank you, Siti Kasim. Any
Thank
final
you.
words?
It's very important to me. I want to pass on to all Malaysians. Tak kisahlah all Malaysians, be empowered, be strong, believe in yourself, and you have rights in Malaysia. Don't allow people to step on you, no matter whether they are politicians, they are kings or queens, no matter who they are. Don't think you are below anyone. Our rights are all the same, sama-sama. So bersuara sekiranya tidak puas hati dan jangan takut untuk bersuara. It's very important kita sebagai rakyat berani mengambil kuasa di dalam tangan kita sebab memang kuasa di dalam tangan kita, ya. Okay? So
thank you.
Maju, that is it. Join Maju, Malaysian Action for Justice and Unity, supaya kita boleh ubah Malaysia.
Managed to slip that in at the right moment. I saw that. Thank you so much, Siti, for being with us. And we will continue to have this conversation offline sometime. Thank you again. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Aris.
Thank you. Good night,
everybody. Good night.
Thank you so much. Guys, everyone, thank you so much. Say thank you to Siti Kasim in the comments. I hope you have been sharing this Facebook Live, this YouTube Live. You know what? There's going to be so many of you are going to hate this whole conversation dan ramai yang akan suka. So, but that's our right as human beings, as Malaysians. We are allowed to respond and to be together with each other. You know what? No matter what of the internet problems I've been having, I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's been watching. I don't know whether you can see me, but you can definitely hear me. Thank you for watching what's going on in Malaysia. I'm going to be contacting those who have left the review of the week. Thank you for reviewing the show. I will see you guys soon. Thank you so much. I hope you've enjoyed the show. I've got some more great guests coming on. I want to say thank you very much to Siti Kasim for being a wonderful guest. And to those of you who don't like what he had to say, thank you for sticking around to hear what you don't like, what she had to say. To the rest of you, stay safe. I'm not going to say stay home, but look after your health, look after your environment, and be kind to one another. My name is Harith Iskandar. And if you're in Penang, I will see you this week in Penang. Go back to the beginning of this clip and see what we're going to be doing in Penang. And follow us on thehopebranch.my. Follow us on Harith Iskandar. Follow us wherever you can. And I will see you guys soon. Assalamualaikum. Thank you very much. Take care, Malaysia. At the end of the day, we're all here in this together. So what's going on, Malaysia? You guys are going on. I appreciate that. Thank you. Good night. Thank you.